Cocky.
easy, so the question is what they want to try and go for.
Yes! They now have some scaling. That's very likely going to go over to Coyote as well, and he is great on that champion.
Now, at least with this Corki, maybe to get a little bit more time in the game. We saw what happened when he tried to go with the Ziggs, right? Hit a point where still doing damage, still has the wave clear, but not enough impact fights, not enough damage to quickly pick up a kill.
Yeah, the Ziggs was frankly a non-factor. He's not going to be why you win the game, but he also is not going to be why you lose the game. Corki, though, can win you the game, and J-Team, they noticed something left available in the draft. Cherry feels confident. He says, enough of Wukong duty. It's time for me to show off my own mechanics on the Lee Sin. This could very well be a Lucian angle, I think, as well, that would secure the early game here for J-Team.
There we go. Exactly right. Get the Lee Sin and Lucian for J-Team. Maybe Team Flash, now they get their chance to play for the Wukong.
Here. They want the Kha'Zix here. I doubt Zissou wants the Wukong. The Kha'Zix is still the great pick. Well, that's just a lack of confidence from Zissou.
Well,
if this was game 1 Zissou, he insta-locks the Kha'Zix right there.
I don't know what to say. I guess I'm just that good.
He's just insecure. He's 0-2 down. He doesn't look confident. Look at him. He was smiling, giggling in game 1. If this was game 1 Zissou, he locks the Kha'Zix there.
Nice doubling down on your
I'm serious, it's true. But the good news for Team Flash is this time around they have the scaling, they have the late game team fighting, and now the pressure to tempo the game is on J-Team. The Riven does afford to have some scaling, but other than that, Lucian, Lee Sin, you want to get the pace of the game rolling, and you want to keep control of the game, while Team Flash, the Cocky Ziggs combo, we've talked about this so many times. It's the Icons version of the Varus Ziggs combo we saw at the Horizon Cup. Long range, lots of wave clear, lots of scaling.
I wonder if Team Flash are going to try and reverse the situation on J-Team. You get the Renekton in your top set as well, so you have a lot of damage to take down Cherry, take down Barry, or Pond potentially, whichever side that Lucian goes on.
I have a feeling that Shy might be playing the Wukong here, actually.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is. But
Picking
what
up
I'm
the
curious
Wukong
about...
into a blind matchup.
Well, he knows it's going to be the Riven now, right? Initially, it was going to be a flex, probably, but now that he sees the Riven, I think he's okay with playing that matchup. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's pretty whatever. You just leave it be, because he's not the focus of your draft here anyway.
I think J-Team recognized that is that possibility, so they get rid of the Jax.
But it's so interesting that they're afraid of the Jax, but not the Kha'Zix, when this looks like a far better Kha'Zix spot to me.
Well, Team Flash get rid of the Lux here, one of the better options in response to the Ziggs constant wave clear and constant poke. You get some execute damage, you get a global ultimate as well.
Yeah, what's his pick gonna be here for Barry? I think he wants the support counter pick for DY. What's still left on the table? Varus is an option. Do you want to just take your support here and save the Lucian flags? J-Team, some questions they need to answer. Nope, we'll just show our support. DY is going to be playing Gragas. We always talk about this, right? Gragas into the poke champions, Gragas into the wave clear champions. One explosive cask and all of Ziggs' power is gone out of the window. He has the Flash, he has the Zhonya's. It's a matchup that Ellie has to be very careful with.
I wonder what Team Flash look to try and go for now then. If we do think that the Wukong is going to the top side,
I think Kha'Zix. I really think Kha'Zix.
Need 2 picks and once here.
Please!
Comes through. Team Flash, commit to that. So I guess I was right.
You guys are making Grennan look good!
I guess I don't know, I just got both of these picks right, the Wukong and the
Renekton.
3-0. Team Flash just have this one last pick. And should be the support one.
Yeah, what's the support pick here for Empty? What options do you have available here? Not many, if I'm being honest.
Didn't really work.
Alistair, Rakan are your main options, I would say. Galio.
Galio will be difficult in this angle.
Alistair, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, you got it right this one.
Granted, I got like 3 out of 5.
Yeah, and so did I.
Yeah, because why are you not picking Kha'Zix, man? You picked Kha'Zix into a 5v5 comp with 2 Enchanters and a Wukong, but you refuse to play Kha'Zix into Lee Sin and Lucian. I think it's just 0-2 nerves coming in from JT.
We'll have to see if Team Flash are able to hold on to their nerves and really pull back in this game. Now they have the power, the team fight. Looking at what they have now, the Alistar, the Wukong, Renekton, easy engage, easy dives. You have scaling with the Corki, scaling the Ziggs. And so against a composition with J-Team's now fast-paced tempo, Team Flash to hold on.
The burden now comes to Empty and Zissou, and whether they can stop the engages, whether they can stop the displacement coming in from the Dragon's Rage, coming in, even series. And losing 0-2 like this, it could really hurt Team Flash's mental state.
Yeah, they're feeling the pressure.
They're definitely feeling the pressure. If not, they would have picked Kha'Zix. I'm serious!
J-Team on their end, we'll see them rotate around. Something we haven't got to talk about very much is the Orianna pickup in the bot side. We were thinking what they might
It's
want to try
whatever.
and go for. Decide for Control Mage in the end with the Orianna.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's not a massive pick. It's not a game winner, but it's not a bad pick by any means. It's stable. It does its thing. I think what you want to be looking out for on the side of J-Team, gotta be this Riven pickup for Dawn. A lot of pressure on him to perform. He did a great job in game 1. He needs to replicate that. And of course, Cherry and Pawn, Lucian, as well as Lee Sin, you need to dictate the tempo of the game.
I mean, there are only so many things you can ban away, and so you get the Riven again for Dawn. This time around, again, Coyote and Ellie still very vulnerable. They don't have much that can protect them, especially when Zissou and Empty are going to dive so quickly far ahead. One thing that is going to happen here is that Team Flash Shine, the top side, will face off against Dawn and suffer some pressure.
But because of Dawn getting the level 1 lead, this is all pre-planned from J-Team. They know the nature of this matchup. Renekton cannot push level 1. We typically think of Renekton as a strong laner, but keep in mind he has a very weak level 1, especially against a Riven, who basically has 3 spells at level 1. They set this up so Lee Sin does Red Crux invade topside jungle. This immediately forces Zissou to have to cross map. He has the trade sides of the jungle here, but I don't think he can because Barry pushes the lane, DY pushes the lane, Pawn pushes the lane. This means that Zissou might just lose 2 jungle camps and have no answer.
That's the blue buff going over to Cherry and likely the Scuttle Crab as well, whereas Cherry has only managed to get the Scuttle Crab. And now he's walking over. He has no idea, Omo. He's going to walk over to his Wolves camp, get the Wolves, and then realize my top side is gone.
Yeah. He might know, he might not know, but I think it doesn't matter because I genuinely think Zissou could not have traded jungle camps there. He could not have invaded the bot side because look at where Ellie and Empty are. They are perma under their bot lane tier 1 turret. And Zissou, he sees the sad state that his jungle is in, and this is Cherry immediately pulling ahead to a massive gold lead here.
A single tier rolls down the face of Zissou as his top side camps are gone. Sees the ward as well, so you can't even go for a gank.
Good news is he does get rid of the ward. That's the consolation prize, but look at the state of the minimap. Zissou has nothing he can do. He has no waves to take.
Calling on the Coyote, clearing out the wave as well. A 2-for-1 special.
Yeah.
DY
walking
walking
in.
in.
Flash.
Ooh, holds on to the flash.
Nice.
But gets knocked back here. Looking for the
Not
knock-up.
nice.
But DY flashes with the knock-up, and so Coyote hunting for a kill. Piercing Light doesn't land on the Coyote still. Empty taking a couple shots here from the Lucian by the side. Cherry lying in wait. Gets
Zissou's
spotted out
here.
here finally.
But Zissou is not yet level 5, so they didn't want to force the play.
Zissou is here all...
Zissou's here because he has nothing else to do.
He's here spiritually, but he wasn't there physically.
I don't even think he's here mentally after the shellacking that Cherry gave him in game 2. Despite having such an amazing early game, despite having such clean mechanics, Zissou wasn't able to close it out with the rest of his teammates this time around. Team fighting comp coming in for Team Flash. I like that they've identified the fact that, okay, our problem wasn't the early game, our problem was closing out the game. Let's adapt our draft to help ourselves close out the game.
I mean, J-Team, frankly, being able to switch things around, now they go for the aggressive start with the Lee Sin, no longer playing for the Wukong. And they're doing a fantastic job of picking up an early lead, especially in the jungle, right? So now Cherry being the bulk of the gold advantage here for J-Team, the rest of the team also silently scaling up.
Yeah, and I really like this from J-Team because we always talk about how Cherry sacrifices his own tempo for the team, but this game, we see the team playing around Cherry. And if they're going to win this game, if they're going to go into the grand finals against Nova, against Long, that's a side of J-Team we need to be seeing. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but it's something to keep in mind definitely on match points.
A minute away from first spawn, and so Team Flash and J-Team start to look for their opportunities. Coyote down to the bot side, the rest of Team Flash congregate around the mid lane. J-Team looking to reset right now as jungle camps are all down.
I think if you consider who's stronger going into the first Dragon fight, it is pretty even. Orianna needs some time to scale. Corki is in a better state because he has Ludens instead of Seraphs right now.
And package.
And package available, so it is a doable team fight situation for Team Flash.
Question is if J-Team's able to find an isolated target before that and potentially make it an unfair fight.
They would want to. They have the champions to do it as well.
Zissou picks up some mana. Cherry spots
Zissou,
him out. Gets to back off in time, but will be a little bit delayed before the objectives come up. Shouldn't matter all too much.
Oh no. Okay, nothing gets burned here. Shy, the good news is he just gets chunked out. He doesn't get forced to use any spells.
Does have to use the barrier though. It's just a slight spell.
The bad news though is Zissou is really lean on tempo right now. We always see him consistently being the first one to start off the objective. This time around, he won't have that luxury.
Dawn quickly ignores Shy as he walks in towards the turret. Explosive cast does not manage to land, but this intercepts him on the flash, gets the knockup, the third kill with the kill. Zissou over by the Mountain Drag right now. Pan over by the Dragon as well, looking for the culling for some damage by Empty. Zissou jumps in with the Cyclone, gets the knockout, taking down Pan. Coyote by the side with the Gatling gun, waiting for Barry to flash over. Again, a knockout comes across. No Phosphorus Bomb, no
Cherry's
second
here.
kill.
Oh, Zissou's dead. Just like that. Well, it's kind of an underwhelming play, granted. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. But J-Team, that's still a big win for them. They kill Shy, who tried to trade his life for the wave. They still get the top lane tier 1. They're gonna get the mid lane tier 1 as well. And J-Team, just like that, pull ahead to a 2k gold lead.
That's the Rift Herald used in the mid side. And with that, J-Team open up the map quite in their favor. 3,000 gold up. The Mountain Drag goes over to Team Flash. But EXP and Gold tell a different story.
EXP and Gold do tell a different story. This is the first time where Cherry has been leading the game. We always see Zissou, the man we keep talking about, just set the pace of the game, dictate the tempo. Now that the matchups have been swapped around, Cherry showing he's more than capable of doing the same thing.
DY kind of nuts in this series.
DY is insane in this series, yeah. In every series, DY has been one of the best supports we've had at the whole tournament.
Oh my goodness, Shy. 500 HP away from picking up the Gromp. You hate to see it.
You do, you truly do. And Shy had a decent time in lane, but at this point, he's starting to get outscaled by Dawn.
The response from Shy as well.
Oh no, one auto away. It kind of feels to me like Team Flash are starting to get a bit slower with their mechanics. It seems to me like Team Flash is starting to slow down a bit here.
Hands can't keep up. But they are looking for a little bit more action towards
Nice
the bot
play
side.
from
Pan kills the bot side way, preventing Team Flash from picking up an easy turret.
Really, really love that play coming in from Pan. He knew he was dead, so he clears out the wave. Team Flash, they can't get the turret, yeah, but they can't even get a plate, Grandin.
DY quickly runs down to the bottom side. Empty's gonna be nearby to get a Gatling gun damage onto Barry first, but a knockback onto Coyote. Coyote with the Valkyrie away, but he's caught by the Exhaust and held in place. A final attack from Barry with the assist from Dawn for the kill. Now they move on to Zissou. Auto attack after auto attack. The flank coming through from Cherry, flashing forward against the Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike. Empty, running low on HP, gets taken down. Shine joins in. But with the crowd control here from Dawn, from DY, they quickly find a Renekton as well.
They just go in one by one, and they die one by one. Team Flash, they've absolutely lost the plot. They have flashes, Grandin. Shy, Coyote, Zissou all have flashes. Zissou had Cyclone. They just weren't expecting that from J-Team. They weren't expecting that sort of dives. They weren't expecting that sort of explosiveness. And J-Team punish Team Flash.
Omo, very much flustered right now. Let's take a look back at the Coca-Cola pop-off.
Starts off with an amazing play coming in from Pan. He clears out the wave before dying. And Team Flash, this is your cue to back away. What are you doing? 3 players taking down 1 cannon creep. And DY,
that was a very quick pop-off. It was the clearing of waves, decision-making. That was the pop-off. Let's get back into the action. The fight continues again. They take down Coyote. DY consistently able to find these pickoffs. Kitsu with the body slam. Over by the back. Cherry wants a kill onto Empty, but needs a little bit more damage to get it done. Knocked back by the hitbutt, but J-Team have control of the map. And guess what? J-Team very close to a 3-0.
J-Team can get anything they want in this game. They've swapped sides. They're playing the early game comp, and they're showing Team Flash how to do it. They're showing Team Flash how it's done. DY leading the charge. 6 kill participation on this support. He's been everywhere on this map. It doesn't matter if he's playing an engaged champion. It doesn't matter if he's playing an enchanter like Nami in game 2. DY has been the man of the hour for me. He's had such an amazing performance on every champion he's played.
Now J-Team get to reset, come back into the next fight even stronger. The Reptile will start to spawn, and so Team Flash need to decide what to do. There's very little that they can, and so they must be very careful with every action they make now.
Well, I think J-Team, any action that they make, they're going to be good to go. I don't really think there's a chance for them to lose team fights in the current game state. No item spikes from Team Flash that really scare you. 1.5 items on basically every player. J-Team, they get the Rift Herald. They even deny Team Flash the possibility of setting up a Dragon. Nothing Team Flash can do on the minimap. And now you look at Cherry, he's running down the Baron lane. He has the Rift Herald in his backpack as well.
My heart is pumping. The blood's flowing. The adrenaline's going. Team Flash
are also going.
They need to step it up.
No, home to Vietnam.
They need to step it up now. Come on, guys. J-Team also.
Okay.
They've stepped up.
J-Team have stepped up big time. We saw J-Team take down Flash Wolves in a 3-1. They dropped the game to Flash Wolves, which is kind of why I expected Team Flash to take the series here today. But J-Team have definitely leveled up. And you got to keep in mind that J-Team are not a 5th seed team. I mean, technically they are. But if you consider the regular season, they had a much better performance than their end result would indicate. This is a team that has the skill, has the mechanics, has the know-how.
I mean,
they just
seeds
need
don't
to
matter at
translate
all.
it.
Because Nova managed to take down FPX 3-1. And FPX was first seed.
Yeah, well, Team Flash right now, they have the package, but like we said, nothing at all they can find on the minimap. If we're trying to be realistic here, Team Flash do have the scaling, they do have the ability to just stall out waves with cocky zigs, but the problem is, how long do you need to stall for to get back into even game state?
Perhaps forever. Cherry,
that's huge.
Zissou dives to the back, hits the Cyclone, some damage on the DY, some damage on the Pan, but there's just no way back in. No package available. Package does come through finally. Kaidi uses it in the mid lane, cuts the wave, but over by the back, Cherry gets the isolation, looking for Zissou, but Zissou manages to respond. The takedown goes over to Shy, a 2-man shockwave, damage on the Renekton, damage on the Alistar. J-Team watch as Team Flash fight on the turret.
And Coyote was not in position to follow on Zissou's engage. The setup was so good for Zissou because he followed Pawn mid-dash. He got into the backline, he got the Cyclone off, they chained it with the Inferno Bomb. If only Coyote was in position to follow with the package, that could have been a big comeback scenario for Team Flash, but it's good because they slow down the snowball coming in from J-Team.
But it is only a minute away until Baron comes up, and J-Team are already 8,000 gold up.
J-Team need to be able to just dance the Baron, and if you call back to what they did in Game 2, they danced the Baron so well. They were able to just push and pull, turn when the situation called for it. Team Flash, their team comp is going to have a hard time face tracking. You have the Alistar, but eventually he's going to get taken down. He's not beefy enough.
Rift Tower available here for J-Team, and so to get the user in the mid lane, get themselves some more pressure, open up the map even more. Team Flash need to bring members back in the mid side to defend this.
And the Rift Herald is, look at Zissou.
They're trying to go in, but Zissou cannot find that much damage. Barry over the back line might get taken down. Zissou finally finds the fight. They were looking for the shockwave, holds him in place. He cannot take him down. Cherry finally falls on the side of J-Team. Team Flash managed to prevent J-Team from picking up the turret, but at what cost?
And Zissou nearly gets the solo kill onto Barry. You trade junglers, and given the game state, given the gold lead that J-Team have, I think a trade of junglers is fine. You have to take those. But look at Dawn, he might want more. Not quite.
Aggressive moves from J-Team, even with Pan being the single member still here. He has some heavy confidence that he can outplay them.
Well, they might be able to take down DY. Just gets his flash. That's fine.
That's an engage tool.
Yeah, Team Flash just starting to find a way back into this game. I don't want to call it just yet. It's a bit too early.
Oh, there we go. You said it.
Still in the driver's seat.
All right, guys.
100%.
You know what? You guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Stop jinxing Team Flash. You jinx
Slide
Team Flash.
right into my DMs.
You win your glasses, Omo. You know what to do, guys.
Well, the problem right now is Team Flash have just a hard time finding these engages. It's easy to do it when J-Team runs you. Oh, it's easy to do it if they face check you, I guess.
DY, remember, used his flash earlier as well, and so will not have it available this time around. Zissou starts to walk in.
Zissou used flash, Grandin.
Looking for the knockoff, looking for the Cyclone, a good amount of damage. A kick coming in through. Zissou need to get taken down, but a shockwave comes across. Back up here for J-Team as a pursue after the kill on this Shy Pan. Taking some damage, but also dishing some damage back.
Zissou looks a bit disconnected with his team. He tried to flash over the wall to get the follow-up onto DY, but the timing was off. He burns the Wukong flash, gets the Cyclone onto nothing, and now Team Flash, yet again, we're starting to see the synergy break down, and that's not what we're used to seeing from Team Flash. Whatever you can say about them, at least they will teamfight you on the same page. Is Coyote buying a Triforce right now? He has a Phage and a Sheen, so surely he's buying a Triforce right now.
But I'll take your word for it.
But the good news is, at least Team Flash are doing a good job at trying to find picks. They might want to take this right now. DY is pretty deep.
Empty over by the side, finds DY. Shockwave lands on the Coyote. Coyote still looking for the package entry. Won't be able to get it done there just yet. Jumping in, Cherry looking to fight of his own, but the flag comes across once again from Don. He's been so good with these throughout the series, and it's paying off yet again. Shy nearly taken down, but he managed to find Pan in that time. It's the flash run from Don that responds to the takedown onto Shy.
You know, Grandin, I don't know how Team Flash are trading kills. These fights look so bad. It looks like J-Team has everything under control. That team fight, it was all Barry. He zoned away Coyote. Coyote, who was trying to find a package angle, but was half HP before he could even start the fight. But somehow they managed to take down Pan. And once again, like we keep saying, Team Flash, with the game state that you're in, we take any trade we can get.
Half a minute until the Elder Drake is up. J-Team willing to play for this objective. And so if Team Flash loses this next fight, oh, we get another Coca-Cola pop-off?
Let's take a look at how this one breaks down. Look at Coyote and look at Barry. Look at the face-off between the Orianna and the Corki. This is traditionally why Orianna is thought of as a Corki counterpick. Corki's a relatively short-range champion. He has to get in your face to auto-attack. Orianna Ball just completely shuts that down. He can only play with his rockets. And the engage attempt is completely... Wait, does Pon just die to package? He loses half his health to package. And the bouncing bomb with the Aerie. That's how he gets taken down.
Ludens and Aerie. What a treat. We get 2 Coca-Cola pop-offs?
We got 2 Coca-Cola pop-ups. Yeah,
what a treat.
Just like an ice-cold cup of Coca-Cola. Can of Coca-Cola.
Oh.
That's a great treat right there. Well, you know what would be a treat for J-Team? This dragon.
And Engage coming across, Empty flying across the rift there. Zissou also quickly looking for the backline, has his auto is being used, but the exhaust now comes across. Dawn dives in deep, he has the Hourglass, so he buys a little bit more time. Cherry also looking for a re-entry angle. Dawn's still alive, he's healing up HP again. Coyote over by the side, desperately putting out damage. Shine joins back in, but it's just down to Ellie. Coyote once again, the vulnerable damage dealers on the side of Team Flash. DY over by the side, but as Yorda comes across, a triple kill for Barry, a quadra kill for Barry.
They're gonna end this, Grandin!
A prime gaming ace for J-Team as they are prepared to end the game.
Grandin, J-Team want to end. They want the trio. They want to shut down Team Flash. You see the sides coming in from Zissou. The Nexus is fortified, but they have a lot of time here. The sides come in. I think they know it's over.
J-Team coming strong. They come into this series. No prisoners taken. J-Team with a 3-0 over Team Flash.
A trio in dominant fashion from J-Team. They show we're better at the scaling, we're better at the team fighting, we're better at the early game. We've got better laners than you, and we might even have a better jungler than you. What a statement from J-Team as they book a ticket into the Grand Finals.
An amazing performance here from J-Team in a series that was difficult to win, but they executed within their strengths. From the Game 1 momentum, we saw them take control, giving Team Flash, frankly, a taste of their own medicine, reversing in such a difficult position. And at that point onwards, Team Flash had a difficult time keeping up with the kind of energy, the mental fortitude that we see from J-Team. The Cinderella story keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, we saw Team Flash be the Cinderella story. They had a disappointing start to the tournament. They leveled up. They trioed the second seed, JDG. We thought Team Flash could do it. We thought Team Flash could go all the way. But J-Team, they're proving that they're writing a Cinderella story of their own, leveling up tremendously throughout the tournament. I think J-Team might just be the team with the best laners in the world. And going
that perfectly, that never allowed Team Flash in this one.
Again, I think it's more to do with, J-Team knowing what to do when they have that goal lead. They're controlling the map. They might not have a big goal lead like in this one. They didn't have, a crazy goal lead in the early game. But you can see they controlled the map. They knew where to be. But to be honest, there were at times where Team Flash got trades and kills. Even though J-Team were going in for the team fights, they were still a trade of kills for Team Flash. Team Flash were trying so hard as well. And I feel like, when it comes down to like the draft as well, they were running out of ideas in the draft. Dawn got his main champion. Cherry got his second most played champion. You still give over the Lucian. DY as well on this Gragas. The explosive cast on this Gragas this game with DY. This team is just all around just a great team to watch.
Yeah, and it felt like when they